Our today lecture is about the mutagens and it is part third of the lecture series of mutagens. In our previous lectures, we have covered its part first and part second. Our today lecture is about the part third of mutagens, the biological mutagens. Mutagens are those agents which can modify genetic material of the living organisms. Mutagen is a physical, chemical, or biological agent that causes mutation by altering the genetic material, which possibly results in the disease condition. So, mutagen is any physical, chemical, or biological agent which is capable of modifying or altering the genetic material, and this modification or alteration of the genetic material it possibly results in the disease condition. Similarly, mutagens are the agents that damage our genetic material, usually DNA, results in genetic abnormalities. These genetic abnormalities, these may be either inherited or non-inherited. So any agent which can modify the genetic material, and mostly the genetic material is in the form of DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. So this agent which can modify the genetic material is known as mutagen, and the modification in the genetic material it results in genetic abnormalities. These genetic abnormalities, these may be inherited or non-inherited. If the modification occurs in the germline cell, such type of modification of the genetic material it will be transmitted to the next generation, so it is inherited. But if the modification of the genetic material it occur in somatic or body cells, such type of modification of the genetic material it cannot be transmitted to the next generation, so it is non-inherited genetic modification. Biological mutagenic agents may be the viruses, bacteria, or transposons. The transposons, these are non-coding DNA sequences. So these three entities, viruses, bacteria, and transposons, they are capable of modifying genetic material. So these are the mutagenic agents, biological mutagenic agents. The viruses insert their DNA or cDNA into host genome and disrupt the normal function of its DNA or gene. So the viruses, they insert their DNA or cDNA into the host genome, and after the incorporation of the viral genome into the host genome, there is disruption of the normal function of the host DNA or genes. Once the viral DNA is inserted into the host DNA, the viral DNA replicate, transcribe, and translate viral protein instead of host own protein. So after the incorporation of the viral DNA into the host DNA, the viral DNA take control of the host DNA machinery, and thus instead of the host protein synthesis, the viral proteins are synthesized. The mature viral particle is formed inside the host cell. Some of these virus-induced mutations in host genome are capable of transpositions and reversions. So some of the mutations caused in the host genome, these are capable of transpositions. It means that such mutations in the host genome, they can change their position from one place to another place in the genome. This is the transposition. Or such mutations caused in the host genome, they can be reversed. Some of the chromosome aberrations which are caused due to the infection of a virus in the host cell. The chromosome aberrations caused in the host cell after the entry of the viral particles, these are produced secondarily by pathological disturbances or metabolic processes in the infected cell. So the entry of the viral particles into the host cell, it causes pathological disturbances of the metabolic processes of the host cell. So these pathological disturbances, they may lead to chromosome operations of the host chromosomes. A significant share of hereditary defects in man might be caused by viruses. So it is reported that a number of hereditary defects in human beings, they result due to the viruses. Infectious agents have been reported and suggested to cause cancer. As early as 1908 by Wilhelm Ellerman and Olaf Bang, and in 1911 by Pedon Roos, and Pedon Roos discovered the Ross sarcoma virus. So the infectious agents were suggested to cause the cancer, and the Pedon Roos, he discovered Ross sarcoma virus. The second biological mutagenic agent are the bacteria. Some bacteria are also dangerous for our DNA. The bacteria, they cause inflammation, and this inflammation, it provokes DNA damage. So the inflammation in the host cell due to the bacteria, it can lead to DNA damage and DNA breakage. It reduces efficiency of DNA repair systems. So the inflammation caused by the bacteria, it reduces the DNA repair systems, thereby the rate of mutation in the host genome is increased. The number third biological mutagenic agents are the transposons. These transposons are non-coding DNA sequences. They can jump from one place to another place in the genome and influence the function of genes. So these transposons, they tend to change their position within the genome. They jump from one place to another place, and by doing so, that can influence the function of the gene. The expression of the gene is influenced due to the movement of the transposon within the genome. Unlike the viral DNA, the transposons are our own DNA, and these transposons are believed to be originated from the retroviruses. So the transposons, their origin is from the retroviruses, and these transposons, they tend to shift their position within the genome, and in doing so, they can influence the function of the genes where they can change their position. So the function of the genes in the host genome is disturbed due to the transposon, and these transposons are believed to be originated from the retroviruses. So in our today lecture, we have discussed in detail different biological mutagenic agents, which are viruses, bacteria, and transposons. So these three biological agents, they can modify the genetic material, and the genetic material in most of the living organisms is in the form of DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. So by modifying the genetic material, different genetic abnormalities are caused, and these genetic abnormalities, these may be inherited or non-inherited.